I have been selling this book, Zanazli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking, which is published by MPH for a while now. It's a really good book if you want to be a filmmaker, whether it's for YouTube, social media, TV, film, cinema, whatever. This is the book to get. I'm going to make it more accessible and more affordable to all of you because I believe that everybody needs to become a filmmaker. The more filmmakers we have in the world, I think this world will be a better place to live in. Now it's available as an electronic book download on my website. I'm going to link it here. It's really cheap, it's really affordable. It's only 5 ringgit if you want to get the ebook version. Okay, 5 ringgit. It doesn't really cost much, right? It's just a little bit of something for me. I mean, it did take a lot of work to write. Each chapter of this book talks about one part of the filmmaking process. And for each chapter as well, I interview a local filmmaker. It's only 5 ringgit. It's only 5 ringgit. You're watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club, and I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
Yeah, I'm sure it was not.
As usual, every week we watch a local film and we review it. And this week we're watching
All in.
Okay. So we watched the movie
All In.
All In. It is a
Yes.
Mandarin/Cantonese film done in Malaysia, released during Chinese New Year as
For
usual.
The Chinese people.
For the Chinese people. You know, in Malaysia it's seasonal, right? When it's Chinese New Year time, all the Chinese movies will be released at that time.
So
And
the cinema was full of Chinese people.
it was
watching
full!
this Chinese movie.
Actually, I like the experience. You know why? Because I rarely get to see local films getting like a large crowd like that. Other than
Except for
certain,
Chinese New Year films.
aside from certain Malay films, you know, even Malay films, most of it also don't get this kind of crowd. And it was nice to see the cinema full of
Families.
Malaysians, right? Yeah, they may be the ching chong kind, but it
we
was
were
nice.
there, and then they were confused as to why we were there, which was nice.
But they don't know that we are actually Chinese
Also
people.
Ching-chongs,
We are
yeah.
Ching Chong people too, right? Yeah. Watch our previous review of Rain Town and you can hear me speaking Cantonese. And my Cantonese is impeccable. But yeah, and we celebrated Chinese New Year too, so it was like us going to watch our own festive film. Okay, what's the film about?
Okay, so All In is a film about poker. So there's this one guy, played by Jack Lim, who is a poker champion.
Champion lah.
So he's a champion because he's got this superpower from young where he can see a light above your head. So if you're telling the truth, the light is blue, and if you're lying, then the light is red.
Yeah.
So he uses that in his poker games to sort of tell whether people
superpower.
are bluffing or not.
Yeah. And he becomes a champion at
he's
it
a
lah.
champion, and then he's gonna go and play in the Asian poker tournament.
And he was supposed to
going
lawan
up
this
against the Otai lah. So
this veteran B grade Andy Lau guy,
who
Aaron
has
Kwok.
black energy, and then
Isn't he a B grade Aaron Kwok, Andy Lau,
yeah.
whatever guy? He looks like.
And then just before the tournament, he gets into an accident with Nimwi.
Nimwi plays another character
Yeah.
whose father runs a coffee shop, and he's the son. He's
And
the
he's
dumb son.
very bad man.
Very bad at maths.
Yeah. So,
Breaking the stereotype, for Chinese people.
yeah, at one point a math equation actually comes up on screen showing you
How bad his
to
maths
do
is.
the maths, which I thought was very peak Chinese for the film.
Yeah. So they get into an
So they get into
accident.
an accident, his superpowers get transferred, and then basically the film starts from there lah. What is he gonna do now? that his superpowers
yeah. So what do you think about the
So what do you
film?
think about the film? Well, it's a Chinese New Year film.
So
I thought
meaning
it was a pretty fun
generic.
film. Yeah, it's generic. It's not meant to be deep and meaningful or whatever. It's nice that it was about just this poker tournament and these bunch of bros And not like this, like, oh, it's all about family and reconciling your family or whatever.
It is sort of a bit about like
not
family
really,
and brotherhood and
kind of
friendship.
bromance lah. It's a bromance,
bromance
film.
thing lah.
It's a lot of bromance. There is some rekindling and reconciliations, but I thought the main messaging of the film was that it was a bit weird because it seemed to be that, oh, you know, you must judge people's sincerity with your heart, not from your brain or whatever. Because they were talking about like white lies and things like that. But I don't know if that's like advocating for lying or just trying to say that sometimes people lie for good intentions or...
which I don't agree with.
Anyway, so that
I don't
was
agree
a bit
with that
weird.
message. It was a bit weird.
I didn't really know what the point of that was.
They were trying to say sometimes it's heart more than this.
Yeah.
But
like,
it came out, it's okay to lie.
Yeah, don't advocate
Just
for
as long as it's not a
lying.
major lie.
Know, so
Like if I were that guy, right, and I can
Like-
see my wife lying to me, of course lah. What the heck?
Like there was one scene where the wife is like, oh, do you know that I hate durian? I get sick every time I smell it. But then every time he says, let's go eat durian, I still follow him and go eat durian.
So that's
but
a
you don't
white
have to lie, what? Because you can just tell him,
I don't want to eat lah, but I'll be there with
I
you.
don't like to eat durian, but I follow you, go.
Yeah.
Which we do
Then you
all the
eat lah,
time. Yeah.
nangka or cempedak or something, right?
Yeah, so like, I don't
Yeah.
see why lying is like the way to go or whatever lah. Anyway, so that was a bit confusing, but I kind of just turned my brain off to watch it because you already know going in it's a Chinese New Year film, so it's done very cartoonish lah, very generic lah, very
With all the cartoon songs and
then there's
tunes
like
as
this
well.
implied homosexuality which they think is funny,
But it's
but
just
it's
dumb,
just done
really.
in such a
I wouldn't even
sort of
say it's...
slapstick way.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say it's bad taste. It's just like a bit
Yeah,
stupid
just
lah.
stupid, like confusing.
Yeah.
And then like the motivations of the son of the rival is also like stupid and confusing.
Basically, it's a stupid show lah.
It's just one of those shows that you just... But it was entertaining. A lot of people liked it. I mean, everybody in the cinema was like laughing.
Everybody watching it was having a good time. And if you're going to talk about logic, you remember you learned mathematics in school. Penakulan mantik. You're implying that this audience people were stupid lah. 'Cause they enjoy-
No! I just
Penakulan mantik, you know, logic.
No, I just think it's one of those films where you just watch without turning on. It's like a rom-com or any film that you just watch for the sake of watching lah. Not really. It's that I'm gonna forget about this film quite
Very
soon.
fast.
And then I'm gonna forget that I ever reviewed this film.
And then later on you'll think, did we actually watch
Did
this
we
film?
actually watch this film? It's
But-
one of those films. But is it a bad film? I would say no lah. It's not a bad film. It's made very for what it's made for and its
No, it's done
sole
well.
intentions. It's done well. But if I were to be, you know, an artistic asshole and judge it from an auteur point of view, then obviously it's going to be a bad film lah. But I'm not, because this film is made for Chinese New Year,
stupid people.
for the Chinese
For stupid people.
not for stupid people, but just for the masses. And it's just one of those
Because the masses are stupid.
mass films. It's an average film. So
For average minds.
yeah, but it's entertaining, it's fun, kind of cute in some places. Yeah.
Okay, so what I thought about the film was it's stupid. It's actually quite a dumb film, but it embodies the dumbness. Because you're right, it is a very fun film to watch. It's stupid but funny, right? It's a cute. It's
Cute,
kind of like
yeah.
a cute, funny movie that has no logic
Yeah.
to it. There is a bit of logic lah. But like you said, it's done well, you know, it's shot very nicely.
Cute is the way to describe it,
The
yes.
pacing is okay, you don't get bored anywhere, you know. Acting is surprisingly alright. I was most impressed by Namewee performance because I think Namewee is a very talented comedy performer. I thought his character, the way he acted in his character was quite good.
Very
The worst actor was the social influencer lah.
The
who was the
Minnie.
girl? You know. But everybody else was alright. Even the B grade Aaron Kwok also was
Cute.
he was alright, you know.
They're all cute.
Yeah, it's an alright movie. If you like what you said lah, you might forget it soon. But I had fun in the film, in the cinema lah. I had fun in the cinema watching that film. It's a fun film, right? And I think, do you think people should go watch it?
Yeah! You should go watch it, especially if you got like all these imaku chairs and you're like tired of spending time with your family already, but not really, because now everybody's like back to work already.
No, because last night when we went to watch it, it was
I mean,
full
like,
of
if
families.
you're tired of sitting in the house and spending time with your family, and you feel like
So you
sooner
spend
or
time with your
later some
family at the
family
cinema.
drama is gonna come on, then you guys should go and watch this film lah, because you know.
That is, you're coming from a fucked up family lah.
No, I mean holiday season, whatever. So everybody will have a good time in this film, I think.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering. So this film is a local film supported by Finas.
Huh.
It was supported by some
The Finas logo comes
project
up
lah. Yeah,
first.
some program
Yes,
that
correct.
Finas is supporting, which is nice to see. And this film is a family film. I don't know what rating LPF gave it. Did you notice?
with all the
Gambling.
12 P12.
So anybody 12 and below needs to be accompanied by an adult, right?
Which they were.
It's not you for umum, tayangan umum, like our latest film,
Yeah.
which is for everyone. You can go watch it. And it's about gambling, and there's drinking, and you know, imagine if this was a Malay film. The gambling, the people who are gambling and the people who are drinking are going to be criminals and gangsters who have tattoos all over their bodies,
Yeah.
right? But here, these are the wholesome people. The wholesome characters are the ones doing the gambling. The wholesome characters are the ones doing the drinking.
And they're very classy gambling also.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah,
tidy
you know.
at the side of the road.
And here's the thing. So when I watch this film, and you see Fina supporting it and all that, right? I feel like, hey, so we are able to distinguish between good people and bad people. Doesn't matter what, you know what I mean? The difference between religion and culture and all that. And if you're a good person, you're a good person. If it's wholesome family fun in the movie, it's a wholesome family fun. You know what I mean?
But is it
Am I
because-
explaining it correctly?
Is it because Finas only expects the people of the same demographic to go see it and therefore it's okay?
Maybe.
Or, yeah, because if it was a movie that was supposed to be made for the masses, then it wouldn't be okay lah, like you said. So,
Yeah, but then again, even if anybody outside of the Chinese community watches it, Malays or Indians or whatever, right?
yeah.
I guess it won't affect anything also, because you say, oh, yeah, it's part of their culture.
Yeah.
Chinese people gamble, especially during Chinese New Year, right? It's part of their culture. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. You drink responsibly. It doesn't mean. But then again, I have a thing with drinking, because drinking is actually not good for you, and it's like cigarettes, you know. Yeah, even if you do it responsibly, it's still not good for your body. So I don't get it, but yeah, culture lah. It's like how Malays like to eat tapai when it's actually
No, they drink, what? Nira.
Yeah,
Because it's
you know.
not alcohol.
Yeah, so I guess it's also culture lah, which is an interesting thing to see, observe, maybe discuss a little bit as well lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So watch this film,
Yeah.
like this
fun.
video.
Yeah. So
Don't
yeah,
like this
like this
video.
video, don't like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on all our social media platforms at Fat Bidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You've been watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I am Cheryl Ibustama.
Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, going for